Frank, it's a media lunch. Here we are at Milo's, Piccadilly. Normally means you've got a lot to talk about, and you have, because it's Dubois Usyk very, very soon. Excited? Confident?
I'm very excited about it. It's a great fight, and 83,000 people who bought tickets for it are also excited. Big moment for Daniel. First British heavyweight to fight in the UK for 4 belts, and he can create history by winning those.
83,000. That sounds like bad news for Carl Froch.
Well, I didn't even think about that. All I know, it sounds like good news for the promotion, and more importantly, Daniel, who I'm sure is going to get a lot of support, especially after his last performance there, back to back, against AJ. You know, people went there, obviously, most of them as the supporters of AJ, and cut a long story short, I think he won them over with his performance. So I hope that's going to translate into big support for him. Again, having said that, the Brits love Usyk. You know, he's a road warrior. He's done everything that's been asked of him, going back to the Olympics, cruiserweight, winning and unifying the 4 belts there, doing the same in the heavyweight division. So it's going to be a really, really electric night. There's no doubt about that.
I went to see Daniel Dubois, and we talked about the first fight, 2023, and it was he thought he was ready, but now he kind of knows that he's ready. He had his apprenticeship. This time, those 3 fights, it being at Wembley, he knows the surroundings. Are you seeing a much more ready fighter than what you saw back then?
Well, he's matured. You know, he's from that young guy we signed 9 years ago. He's gone through it all. He's had a couple of bumps in the road, but he's come through them, and he's shown, certainly in his last 3 fights, 4 fights, including the last Usyk fight, that he's capable of hurting Usyk. And the 3 fights after that, 3 really good quality fighters, done what he's had to do, and now he's in with the boss man of the heavyweight division. So he's in a good place. He's 27 years of age, 27 years of age. This is a big moment in time for him to create history.
He's 27 and Usyk is 38 now. Lennox Lewis had retired by this time. Is the timing lining up? Could Usyk get old overnight? That's something that Daniel Dubois talked about.
Things like that can happen, but you know, there's not a lot of miles on the clock with Usyk, in my opinion. Having said that, you know, Daniel can win this fight. It's not about his ability. He's got the ability. He's got the power. He's got the boxing ability. He's got a fabulous jab. We know he can punch with both hands. It's this. And if he focuses and does what he's done his last few fights, and certainly the fight he had against AJ, he can do it. If he catches him, he'll go.
Usyk's now in this position where, heading into this huge fight away from home, we know he's a road warrior, but it's a big, big fight for him. He's now without the man who's promoted him his entire career. Alex Krasik and Usyk have parted ways. Now, you know, we can't dig into what's gone on there, but it doesn't feel like good news heading into this fight for Usyk.
I don't look a lot into that. You know, you said he's a road warrior. I agree with that. That means he's not been promoted by his promoter in his home country or whatever. Alex has done a fabulous job over the years with him. But for me, I don't take, you know, you're in with a consummate professional. Look, he's coming from a war-torn country. Do you think that is going to affect his mindset in what he has to do? He's a warrior. He comes to fight. He's got the respect of everybody, and he'll be there on the night. He's trained. We all talk about, you know, what Daniel's doing. I know that he is training in Spain, working his balls off in there, because this is a big moment in time for him. And he's not coming here to roll over. He's not coming here for a payday. He's coming here to win. So we've got a great fight.
Do you believe Daniel Dubois knocks him out?
Yep. If he catches him, he'll go. And if he doesn't, I think he can outbox him. But whatever can happen, I've got no say in it. Nobody's got any say in it. It's down to these 2 guys. When that bell rings, the best will be the best.
It feels like the eyes of not just the world, but the entire heavyweight division will all be fixated on Wembley Stadium, July 19th. Everyone's waiting what's going to happen with this belt, with that belt. Parker, I'm sure, will be ringside, Chisora, etc., etc. It means a lot for boxing, doesn't it?
Joe's coming in for the fight. Yeah. He's the WBO have already put it out there that the mandatory, their title, they want the mandatory to take place. Joe's the interim champion, so the winner's got to fight him. And that again's a great fight. But you know what? On the 19th, we're going to see history being made. We're going to get the heavyweight division. Suddenly there's going to be a leveling out. We know who's got the belts, who the mandatories are. Are they going to defend those mandatories? Are they going to vacate belts? Are they going to go for bigger fights? What they in their mind may think of bigger fights. What is going to happen? In the meantime, all these guys that we've been promoting are all been jostling around. They're either interim champions, mandatories, whatever. All of them are working with Queensberry. So we know whatever happens, we're going to get some great fights and we're going to make them happen. Heavyweight division is the blue ribbon division of boxing. Has been from forever. Heavyweight champion in the world has always been probably the most famous, one of the most famous, if not the most famous, athlete in the world. This is where we are. On the 19th, we're going to see who holds those 4 belts. Who is going to hold them? Usyk's already done it. Can Daniel do it?
Well, let's talk about just another one of those big heavyweight fights already in the schedule. We know there's going to be so much that shakes out, but Moses Ituma and Dillian Whyte is in there. And a lot of people are just saying this is going to be a Moses Ituma kind of easy job. Too young, too fast, too quick. Dillian Whyte ain't going to lay down for no one, right?
Look, Riyadh season is excellent, and ourselves, we've worked together to make this happen. This is a massive moment in heavyweight boxing. This is the new kid on the block, 20 years of age, undefeated. He had 12 fights now, 13th fight. He's getting in with a guy who, in Dillian, who's been there and done it and given everybody tough fights. Either if he's been beaten, it's been in tough fights. And this is a big moment in his time. It's for him, for both of them actually, it's a moment in time. If Dillian wins, where does he go from that? He can't afford to lose. If Moses loses, there's going to be a big question mark over him, depending on if he was to lose and how he loses. So this is the toughest fight of his career on paper. This is the toughest moment in his career. And we'll see how he performs on the night, because I don't take anything for granted in heavyweights.
And just on Dillian, we've got mandatory challengers everywhere. IBF mandatory challengers, Derek Chisora, WBO's Joseph Parker. Dillian Whyte holds wins over both of these guys. He's a serious contender.
Well, that's the point. So what is everybody, you've got to look at all that. When you're into a situation where it's shit or bust, you've got to go and deliver. And Dillian knows that. He's a warrior. He knows that.
Just on Hamza as well, Hamza Shiraz in action July
excuse me,
against Belanga. Now, usually, if you go up in weight, you don't just walk in against a puncher. He's walking in at a higher weight against a puncher. I think credit Hamza Shiraz for taking on such a challenge away from home as well, right?
He's not testing the water. He's going straight in the deep end with a champion. His last fight was a shame what happened to him. Excuse me. He's struggling with the weight, the hand problem. He came through. He was fortunate to get a draw, but he knows what he's got to do to get himself back in the big time. And this is a big fight that puts him into the big time. He wins this in the other guy's backyard. He's flying.
And there's whispers about Canelo somewhere down the line. What better way to earn a fight with Canelo than to go and knock
that's it. The guy in the States, let the American audience see you, and providing Canelo come through against Crawford, or Crawford come through, whoever comes through, you become one of the contenders.
A couple of quick ones, Frank. I know you've got a bit of a queue of people waiting. Did you catch Jake Paul over the weekend?
I didn't get to see it yet, but he won it, and I heard he won it, won it. And good luck to him.
He's making a bit of noise in the cruiserweight.
Well, he does. He goes out, he fights, he goes and does what he's got to do, and you can't take away. There's a lot of stuff goes on, but at the end of the day, he's fighting fighters now. He's fighting guys who are recognised fighters, and he's done well. You know, good luck to him.
What's happening with Alois Jr.? He's a cruiserweight who I'm sure jump at a chance to fight Jake Paul, but more so he's.
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I know you would.
I'd love to do that fight. You know, Alois is on a mission. He's fighting, as you know, soon, and it's a big fight for him. And you know, he's not one of our young lions. He's come through and he's done everything that's been asked of him, and done it in great style. I genuinely do believe he can become a world champion. Trains his balls off. I mean, he's a proper fighter. No messing around. Gets on with his job. Does what he wants to, what he's got to do, and knows what he wants. And he's a pleasure to work with.
Well, he wanted Vidal Riley, but not so soon, huh?
Well, we'll see what happens. Who knows? You never know these times. He didn't particularly want it, Vidal, but we'll see what we can do. At the end of the day, the Border Control might order it.
Okay, thank you, Frank. I think we're good. You've got plenty of people waiting, so we'll let you go. Okay.
God bless.
All right, cheers.